Swegon has installed multiple R290 heat pumps, propane heat pumps across Europe, promoting the use of natural refrigerants. These installations are aiming to enhance energy efficiency, reduce environmental impact in heating and cooling systems. And this is really aligning with Europe's sustainability goals, and I think the globe's sustainability goals, in the bigger picture, and the transition to low GWP refrigerants.
Yeah, I think I'm going back to one of Charlie's points actually a second ago. I think you can get really excited about this kind of eco-friendly R290 heat pump, but the real issue for me on this one is going to be managing maintenance and compliance.
Mm,
Because they're a nightmare because you're using propane. So you've got all of the regulatory hurdles, you've got all your safety protocols and the training requirements that come with this new product that's coming in, and nobody's talking about it. So
mhm.
you're giving out your Ferrari without even mentioning the insurance costs. So companies can't streamline compliance and maintenance. They're going to be buried under paperwork. So yeah, sounds like a great idea, but let's not ignore you got to make these things compliant. And there's a lot of training and integration that needs to be dealt with here for maintenance, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be huge, and especially with any new things coming through like that, I think we're talking about something natural here, which obviously means when something natural is involved, you're going to have supply chain constraints as well, right? Again, I
And
know I'm
and,
banging on
and
about
it's explosive.
sustainability.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, even better. So
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's going to bring a huge amount, of complexity, and also you're going to have componentry in relation to working with that, which is going to be very highly regulated and having to meet possibly new certification, which isn't even out
Yep.
there yet. So I see
Yeah,
that
I
as
think I think this
hindering things a little
compliance
bit.
thing is the silent killer. I really do. I think you just can't call up, your Amazons for a safety certification or emergency response training. You if that site fails an audit because of handling propane, they're going to be looking at shutdowns. They're going to be looking at fines. They're going to look at a bit of, PR disaster as well. So
Mm.
supply chain delays might slow you down, but compliance failures will knock it out. And that's the knockout blow. It's like worrying about your traffic when your car's got a flat. You've got to really make sure you're up and running. You've got through that compliance. Otherwise, you're just going to freeze. How do we fix
Oh,
it?
very good.
Critical thread.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Again, you're going to want. We're talking about compliance a lot here, so it's quality and certification, isn't it? Which is going to be,
Yeah. Starts
uh,
day one.
you know, ultimate, like I guess the passport for your product, right? To get that through, and also to look back at it, given the amount of scrutiny this would be exposed to. So yeah, making sure your document control, your data, your quality is in check, and
Yep.
you've got it all visibly there, ready to see things designed, built with all that in
Yep.
consideration as parameters. I
Yep.
think is going to be pretty critical for this going forwards.
Yeah, I think this whole compliance thing starts day one. I think if you leave it, I mean, to me, it's like pulling a vehicle out on the road without brakes and then going, we need a few of them. Let's put them in there now. And maybe we should make the fenders a little more cushiony so we don't kill people. And then maybe put a couple of camera. I mean, you're just doing it all the wrong way around. So I think compliance reporting, quality management certification starts day one. Day one. So you're gathering your
Yeah,
requirements, but you've got it embedded as how do we make this safe? How do we get through compliance? How do we get through certifications? We need that whole requirements gathered right, traceability end to end. And this is what we call critical threads. So, what's critical about it is that you're not just bolting on fluff. You've taken a critical pathway along the digital thread. So you're compliant. You've got it all traced. You've got your quality gates as you're going through manufacturing, and your IoT monitoring as you go. So you need a real end-to-end thread on this one for me. That's how we take it on.
yeah, yeah. True end to end, like you said, I think is key. Get it right at the start, as you've said, and just touched on your last point there about
Coming out the
with the
gate in the
IoT,
right direction.
the
Yeah.
sensors and the data as it's going through, given the how hazardous the development of this could be.